Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. You guys, the last one was so good because we finally got to hear a little more about what's actually going on in this crazy caper. We have found out that a little girl has been a stowaway upon the carriage of the night, and she was in the cart at some point with the other two, with McGilded and our victim. And we have to get to the bottom of it to figure out what the hell was going on. Now, we know that she was the first on board, stowed away under the bench where all the storage is, and that she heard some crazy kind of crash and screamed, and that's how McGilded figured out where she was in the first place. So I'm not sure about the crash and the scream part, but let's listen to her testimony now, because we're going to have a cross-examination and see what she has to say. And hopefully we can make sense of it.
You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
By the way, if you can hear some crazy shit in the background, I'm really fucking sorry. We're having like typhoon fucking winds over here right now with a huge flooding rainstorm, and it's loud. I'm trying to do this now just in case. I'm trying to get it all done at once because we might lose power. And hopefully that won't happen in the middle of this. I'm praying. It's really bad out. All right, if I have to. Yeah, girl, you kind of have to. All right, let's see what she's going to say about this. She's still up there with him, which means he might like interrupt her for something, so we'll have to pay attention to that as well. What a girl saw. What a girl saw. What a girl seen. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. And we figured out that she's like a expert pickpocket little lady, you know, roaming the streets doing that shit, which back then was pretty common, I think. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of me skin, I did. And a scream just came out. This is what I'm not sure about. What kind of bang could she have heard? Obviously, this is alluding towards someone. I mean, here's the thing. We don't have anyone getting shot in this episode. Someone was stabbed, which I wouldn't say would make a loud banging sound unless there's something I'm not thinking of. This makes me think that someone got shot, but we know that that didn't happen, unless it did. But I don't think so. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Oh, wait, that's it? Oh, I really thought there would be more there. Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Faith and bigor, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How did you know? How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. Right, okay. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think her demonstration is called for.
What do you mean? You can't figure out where he was sitting? Right there. This is where I was sat that night.
And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume?
Yep, right there. There it is. That could definitely fit a small person.
Yes, it does appear large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
Hey, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I had parked myself on the seat for the duration. Oh, right, she didn't know if I was going to sit on that or not. Although that probably was always a risk, wouldn't you say?
Oh.
So you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her in there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question?
So she didn't do it either. She was just there. I don't think she did it, to be fair. I think something's weird here. Something's weird. Because why would she have a reason to do it? So I think both of them are innocent. Truly, that's how I feel at this moment. Not at all, my lord. Not at all. So he was being nice. He didn't want to see her get in trouble for something she didn't do. Because according to him, the dude just showed up dead. Had nothing to do with her. So she didn't do it either. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. Oh, that's gonna tug at the juror's heartstrings, surely, guys. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman.
My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime.
Like this. Hey, we've even turned this guy around. Look.
I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Oh, he's gonna flip his around. Let's go. Is that all of them? No, I think we're missing one. Hers, I think. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Oh, wait, all of them. Wait. Yeah. Wait, that's all of them now. I think that's every single one. Let's go.
Saints alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty?
We did. Did we do it? Boyos, did we do it? Mr. Naruhodo, this, well, it must mean.
It must mean what?
That we're victorious. Is that what it means? We won? Are you sure? We didn't have to do much. Are we sure about this?
Objection!
We still don't know what happened. Uh-oh. Whoa! Excuse me? Sir, put your steel spurs down. I see them. You have riding spurs on. Oh, isn't that coincidental? I got a horse you can ride, baby. Jesus H. Christ. Okay, seriously, when I just thought you couldn't get any better? Yeah, listen, I almost just choked. Seriously, I need to go to the hospital. I'll see you guys later. Holy shit. The sight of my iron-haired Wellington offends. Pray do forgive the discouraged. Those aren't wellies. Shut the fuck up. Those look more like fucking Blundstones or some shit. I know what wellies are, sir. Jeez. Dang, girl. The whole boot and everything? The whole foot. Okay. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. What do you mean? You're gonna stop this now? Bro, you can't be putting your leg up in my face and then starting in with this bullshit. You gotta stop with this hot and cold nonsense. I'm getting mixed signals. But evidence and reasoning should be paramount. Emotion rules the day. This is the exact same thing that just happened before, though. You were more than happy to stop this once they started all guilty. Now that they're doing all innocent, you want to stop it? Well, I'm not surprised. Emotion? Goodness me! The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? What do you want about now? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Okay. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. Okay. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord.
The evidence has been tampered with. No, it hasn't. Shut up. Has it actually? In order to corroborate Mr. McGilder's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I think I said this in the last one, too. Was I crazy, or did we see stuff in there the first time we looked at it when they first rolled that out in here?
Order, order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Okay, so unfortunately I have to agree with this because I'm almost positive when we first looked at it there was stuff under there. I'm almost positive. It was either that or we got a picture of it somehow. There was something where I saw stuff underneath. I did see it. Well, my Nipponese friend. Huh? Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Yeah, I looked at it. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? There was something there. I know that there was, actually. Oh, Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry? Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this all is an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks? Would he do that? Would he really do that? He wouldn't do that, would he? I'd like to think of him as upstanding, surely. Listen, we've had a couple of prosecutors mess with this kind of shit before. We know this.
Well, counsel, do you have something to say on the matter?
Wait, this seems important. How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? I didn't look. It was empty. It wasn't empty. The fact that the screen has gone black makes me worry that this is a game over situation. What do we do? Here's the thing. In my mind, my first thought was we always want to get to the bottom of the truth. The truth is I did see it. I know that I did because I made this a point to mention in the last one. I said, wait, wasn't there shit in there earlier? I'm gonna go with my gut. How can we defend and look for the truth if we don't say the truth? It wasn't empty. Because I remember it. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my case as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes.
Are you sure, counsel?
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be whist. What are you saying now, you daft dog? I thought you were on my side here. I'm on the side of the truth. Hey, you like that, didn't you, handsome? I'm also on your side. I'm trying to get on your good side a little bit. Don't worry about it. I always tell the truth no matter what. I want to be known as truthful and reliable. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. You're not going to turn this around on me. This seems like a trap of some sort. Was I wrong? I might have been wrong. I don't know. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Because I'm here to tell the truth. We got to get to the bottom of it. What's the truth? Just tell them that, Ryunosuke. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. That's right. That's right. Listen, I have decorum, sir. I am respecting this court of law. Interesting. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Listen, I'll get to you later. Don't worry, I'll fix this with you later. Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. But don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. A feller's memory is a curious thing and not altogether reliable, no? The court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think, perhaps, it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? Oh, uh-oh. Is this another... Uh-oh. Am I about to get a game over here because I'm trying to tell the truth and be nice? I don't care. Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think.
Hey, you're not supposed to be drinking that in here.
That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. Though it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question, Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the pick purse are lying.
Oh no, oh, here we go again. And we had just had it. So who moved the stuff and why was it moved and what does that mean for us?
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich always stinkers. Nothing but cows, a lot of them.
No, not you too, Dio.
It's a trick. Of course it's a trick.
No, damn it. Oh, this is not good. Golly, the fucking drama. Man, they just flip-flop anywhere they want, you two. Quite so, I must concur here. Oh, great. How many then? Is it 3 and 3? Is that where we're at? Yeah, sure enough. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. That's absolutely true. Well, thanks a lot, Hot Stuff. You really fucked me over. All right, great. Like, that might be the only thing we get out of you. That might be the only fucking I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. And that's why you did this whole thing, man. You really are clever.
Thank you, counsel. Before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I need to press what she said. Please. Please allow me to do this.
Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
With pleasure, sir. Let's not talk about what just happened, Ryunosuke. The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. It's been happening the whole time. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Man, I hope he's not tampering with shit, because that would make it so awful. I want him to be on the level, even if he's bad. Come on. Don't be fucking around with shit like that. Right, okay, so let's just press everything. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, like always. What did that mean? Did they stuff all the stuff on top of her? Wouldn't they have seen all that shit? Or was that shit already in there? Please tell me about it. So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a jelly to make a fuel bulb, eh? That's the wrong idea, ain't it? I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Yeah.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Listen, we gotta get to the bottom of it. But it does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers are 5 pence apiece, making it 20, to which the cabmen testified. And the one little scapegrate's riding for free. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah, tell me about that, please. What do you say? I mean, you are pretty small. Maybe you could have just wormed your way in there? Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
Okay, so she moved it. But it was a right old waste of time. I have nothing to show for my troubles that night, okay? What happened?
A waste of time? Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the god permit at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit?
Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. Point is, any normal run carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away?
That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start.
Oh, so she couldn't leave.
And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah. Right, mister?
To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift a cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you?
No, you don't.
Not usually.
So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Exactly, how could she have done it if she was under the seat the entire time? That's what I said earlier. That's why I think both of them are innocent. I tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. Pitch in there, alright.
Hold it!
Tell me.
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Most days I push a cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. No, it's just a figure of speech, Ryunosuke.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I got under ain't as plush as the other ones, see? So most of the time, passengers plant themselves opposite.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they did mention that when we looked at it.
But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
For that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. It's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's all some choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open? I don't know, it's probably easier to do this. People are like drunk on carriages in the middle of the night, probably all that shit. I've seen it in Sherlock Holmes. I say there's some reason she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to stick it out under there, nothing else for it. Alright. After a while, I hear this loud bang, nearly jumped out of my skin, and the skin. This is the part I'm the most confused about here. What could the bang have been? Nobody stabbing anyone would have made a noise like that. She would have probably said it was different. Alright, tell me about this, because I'm confused. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Because remember, earlier too, we had a thing where they're like, someone said he was stabbed on the floor and someone said he was stabbed in the side on the chair, but this would make it seem like he actually did fall to the floor at one point. So what's that about? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Falling to the floor, though? Like falling off the chair and on the floor, but they said it was a scream, too. Point is, it made me jump. I feel like falling off the chair onto the floor wouldn't have been that much of a fall to make a bang like that. It would have just been like a slump, but maybe I'm wrong. And you let out a scream involuntarily? Yeah, the scream was her. And then we heard the secondary screams they talked about were from the dudes up at the top. So we've got that nailed down. That's right, and then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. Well, you weren't there! It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stop the victim, could it not? How would that make a loud bang, though?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
I don't think she did. Oh, wait, she did? Yeah, I saw it. You did, actually? I pushed up the cushion and had a quick pushes while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke what had fallen on the floor, see opposite. That matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. What do you mean he looked right at you, girl? That's crazy. Wait, what? Because of that, the swell found me, helped me got away, mind. Hang on a minute. Something doesn't add up. Huh. Mr. McGilda discovered you. He pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on a seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me. Oh no, that's terrible. Ugh, how awful. Both me and hands got covered in blood and it made me feel sick as a dog. Alright, so that accounts to where they saw the blood at then. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. Right, and they'd see her too if she was sat next to him like we thought earlier. After that, I believed you talked with Mr. McGilda for a while, is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face. I didn't look up. Smart. Then the horses were drawn up smartish and this here Irishman said to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you get away later." Okay. Wait, this is crazy. All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they're all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. And I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me. I just can't quite put my finger on it, though. What is it? We pressed everything. Did we see anything weird? Huh. I don't know. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses like always. It was a right old waste of time. I had nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in the hiding spot. It's pitch in there. What? Right, we pressed everything though, didn't we? After a while, I heard this loud bang, nearly jumped out of my skin, and the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me, helped me got away in mine. Hang on. You can't see a blind thing in that hiding space. Pitch dark in there. Sheesh. We pressed this, right? What did she say? You couldn't see onto the cabin at all. No, we did press this. Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me. You've got nothing, right? He had nothing. Did he have anything this entire time? Which is at whom in a fiddle. He didn't, right? I don't recall it. Pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one. Most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. This Irishman spent the night over my head. Right, no, we got all this. I'm not too happy and smoke.
Well,
oh,
no.
Wait, you didn't do that last time. Hello?
Excuse me.
Wait. Did he do that last time and I missed it? No, I would have heard that noise. What the fuck was that noise just now? Wait, why did I have to press that twice? Did I miss something? Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? What's going on? I do apologize, but there's something the matter, Council. I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking something to yourself. You basically just coughed and everything. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass's soul. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad to shut up in the dark. It just was terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Same. I am too. Are you scared of the dark, Thomas? I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Wait, is he trying to what? What does that mean? Yeah. I suppose it goes, maybe. Miss Lestrade! Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Wait, anything other than what she already said she heard? Like the fall? Or what we think is a fall? Which I still don't understand how it's a fall in the first place. Wait, is there more? Girl, tell me. Not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. But jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of my foibles, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Something tells me she's not telling the truth. Can we tell her? Can we press her on that? What should we make of the last statement? You know what? I'm gonna go. It's important. She heard something. They both kind of looked weird about that, didn't they? I'm gonna go with it's important for sure. My lord, I believe that the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important? But she said... But she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. Wait, what? What do you mean?
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless... Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating the last statement, please.
Okay. Let me get it. If she gives a new statement, let's see what it is. What? Superman? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. We love doing that. I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. Oh, so that's all she heard? So there wasn't an altercation or anything in the cabin? Is that what we're getting at? Because that's important. Wait, but what does that mean, though? Wait, something's weird. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time since the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got me head down so he didn't notice. And Mr. McGilda sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. Wait a minute, did she just say that no one else was in the car until Mr. McGilda got in? Is that what she just said, or am I understanding this wrong? So when did the Mason come in? All I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave sea. But would he? Not likely. Even though he stopped here and there, I never heard a door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market, snoring like an old dog he was. Well, okay. Wait, I'm confused, guys. Wait, when did she said that she was the first person on board. Did she not say that? And then she's talking about Mr. McGill to come on, but when did the Mason get there? Where did he come from? Did you just fucking materialize? No, this doesn't add up. Something's weird. No, wait a minute. I want to press this because something's going on here. When did the Mason show up? I'm confused. Miss Lestrade, what you've just told the court? He's clearly at odds with the facts. Eh?
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely. You gonna say nothing about it, handsome? It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. Now I'm smarter than I look. So Van Zeeks realized it too. Wait a minute. When did the Mason get on? Where was he?
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence or some complicit party names at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda's snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. Was he the only one in there? But how, though? Show a piece of evidence, show a person. There's something else she should have heard. Easy clap, something else. Why didn't you hear the Mason? What was he doing? I mean, he could have just been asleep, of course, but like, she said that no one was on before she got on. She clearly said that. No one was on there until Mr. McGilda got on. Is that what we're going with here? Because something's weird. Unless they just skipped over when he got on right after or something, but wouldn't they have mentioned it? A particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question, especially this man getting murdered. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person, the thrice-fired Mason.
Take that!
Yeah, where was he? Did you hear him getting killed? What did you hear?
Thrice-fired Mason?
Yeah. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear. Is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus? Yeah, when did he board? Where was he? When did he get on?
Order. Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? It is. Of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? Well, that makes sense because why would she, as a pickpocket thief, get on the bus when other people were already on there? She just said she can only get on before everyone starts and off after everyone's gone. Otherwise, she'd be caught. So I believe that that's truth. And the next person aboard the omnibus was Mr. McGilded? That it was, not a sword in the cabin when I climbed aboard. He said that as well. At least not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for the swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh,
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statements about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Okay. Yes, this petty thief statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zieks?
Yes? He knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in her statement. Yeah, he did. Oh, you're gonna joke about it now, hot stuff. I do like seeing you smile a little bit. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. But no, that's not what we're getting at. Don't turn it around like this. That's not what that means. She's telling the truth. He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus?
That makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that.
No, Granny, don't! Granny, no! Granny! Didn't even say anything. She just fucking did it. She just did it! Granny, how good? She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
Neither can I.
Mr. Foreman! No, not you too.
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. Salubrious. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
No. That's almost everybody. We only have one left. Oh no, I think it's just down to the maid. Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leading towards guilty. Great, you really turned the tide there, handsome. Thanks so much. Man, how do you not have to pee after all that shit? Dang, bladder must be hella good. I'd like to see it. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponi's friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Oh, thanks, you're welcome. Don't forget it later, will you? I'm destitute. Yes, very refreshing. Oh, my underwear. Ugh. What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Abnida? Oh shit, you back on that?
This is gone, it's just perfect.
Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going... I know. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilda's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know that we must accept odd truths. No, please don't, honey.
Hold it!
What are we holding? Is Holden here? Can I hold? Holden's at the party. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. You tell him, boy! What are you saying? Counsel! I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication.
My adjudication. I hate that fucking word, dude. Crazy.
Explain yourself at once.
Ugh. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? Do we know? Carriage inside the omnibus. Hang on. I don't remember. Hang on something. I don't know if this is something we can do. Hang on. I might be crazy. This might be crazy. Does this open? If it does, holy shit. Does this open? You can certainly see this in care. I know we looked at this before, but I don't remember what they said. You can see inside. There's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Does it open, though? Does it open? Let me get inside and see. Did we work out whether it opened or not? I can't remember. That's the thing. God, this trial was so long that I honestly can't remember what we looked at, which in my mind maybe makes it a little bit too long. Is this open? It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or a catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least. He said at least. Hang the fuck on. Did I just miss something and didn't see it? Is there a small latch anywhere here? Bros. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening. Look, it's there though. Wait, can we get closer can we look at this particular piece? Can they make a spot of this, or is it the same thing? Roof deck of the omnibus. No, we looked at this already. Can we do anything that shows this latch? It's not letting me... Hang on, what about here? It's right here, do you see? Can we see the latch itself and not just the... No. You can see the latch, right, guys? But they're not telling me about it. Bros, what if he... Oh, shit. What if she heard a fall? A loud bang, and she screamed. What if this bitch fell through the skylight? What I'm trying to work out is there any evidence that shows that you can actually go through this, because they're not mentioning this latch at all. Is that on purpose? Or am I going up the wrong path here? If he fell through the skylight, that would be the loud bang he heard. That would be why Mr. McGilda was the only one in the thing, and she's telling the truth. No, stop. What if? Hang on. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. There's another entrance. That would go with it. I'm doing it. This has to be it. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
Go ahead. Put your foot up while you're at it. I want to see that again.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic.
Oh, I got many fantasies about you. Do not worry. 5 million rushing through my head.
Hold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
Yeah, I'll show you where, too.
Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows, which can't possibly be open. In short, there's no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection.
But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Here we fucking go. Did you not think of it, sir? You didn't think of it.
All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court.
Oh, I hope this fucking works, because I couldn't get on it before. Oh, we're using this again.
Here's the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is the entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
Just pick the skylight, I guess, in this case. That's all you have to do. Right here. This thing.
Take that!
Yeah, let's go! The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight. Ooh, the music. Let's fucking go!
The skylight?
Let's fucking go!
Objection!
Uh-huh.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words, however.
Objection!
Sorry, objection. The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim? But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-blame theory?
I've been doing this so long I can't even talk. Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained.
And, if you so recall, both fucking witnesses said that they had saw him on the floor-ish. I believe that's what they said. They alluded to it.
At the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with the dagger.
See, that's what I thought at first. It has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses described, right? That's what I said. A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Now keep in mind, a carriage like that, with the wheels turning, the horses clip-clopping, it's creaking because it's made of wood. There's a lot of noises going on, especially for someone inside a cabin thing like that. And then she heard that and it made her scream. No way, that would have been loud as hell.
Good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
After he had been killed on the top. Bro, one of them mugs did it, if not both of them. Oh no. And we know which one it was, really, because one owes that man money. We know who it was now. See, that's what I thought. Oh, I bet you that's it. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. Yeah, well, they don't have to tell us, do they? And yet not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Maybe they're lying? Yes, that's true, but... Oh, you got something to say there, boy? What is it? Meet a humble fella, make a wee comment here. Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case that I'm not saying, but... Aye. They're hiding it. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellas... You'll be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Wouldn't yous not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Wait, what? Oh my goodness, surely not. What? Those two chaps on the roof. She's gonna say nothing.
You mean the ones who stuck the knife in the man work?
Oh, they fucking did it, did they? Uh-oh. Oh, no, not you too, Ghibli Twink. I wanted to like you. What happened? Did you see him do it and then you got scared and just complicit? That still means you're guilty. What exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer? Look at this shit. He's like fucking Snoopy. You rotter. He said, you rotter. What are you insinuating? Get out of here, Mr. Fisticuffs. Calm your ass down. He looks like fucking Donald Duck. Let's fucking go. Oh my goodness. This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. Oh, these two were boyfriends. I fucking get it now. Gay! Happy Pride Month, everybody. Mr. Fairplay. You were oh, he was trying to protect his boyfriend. I get it. I love it. You're effectively accusing me of city gentleman and a well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's I protest in the strongest possible terms. Oh, he's just laughing, look. That's right, I protest too. About you, you rotten scoundrel. Goodness me, okay, the only normal person up here is the girl. Jesus.
Order, this is not the time, witnesses.
Now, why would they freak out like that unless they were truly fucking guilty, I ask you? We know how this goes.
Oh, this is real reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment...
No, you sit there and look pretty like you meant.
Go ahead, Lord Manzeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. Shut the bridge up. Sit your fine, perfect Brazilian BBL ass down. And let me finish. Take your clothes off while you're there, all right? That's all you're good for right now. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Which I'll get there. Accuse? I never intended to. They're self-accusing. I just mentioned something, and they started in with it. Don't tell me. I didn't say their names. I didn't say the words. It seems, young Nipponis, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. Yeah, I'll command your tongue all right. You just wait. You've proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. Yeah, that was my point. They done knew. Don't you get it? You've branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. So you just called my folks liars. What the fuck is the difference? In our British courts of law, that's what's termed a baseless accusation. Oh. Oh! You mean like what you did earlier? You mean that? Oh, okay. Okay, hot stuff. You did the same thing earlier, so don't even try. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get him to testify. Yeah, all right.
I thought there was something fishy about that app from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow.
God, everyone's so judgmental here. I love it. Everyone's so petty.
We're to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify! Testify! Yeah, Jesus! Let's do it, the Lord! We're gonna testify in front of the Lord. Good, I don't know, girl. This is like fucking WWE in here. I'm taking a sip. I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. I've done 3 hours of this back to back. Lord help me. I think this whole fucking episode's gonna be over an hour. The spectators in the public gallery are in a complete frenzy.